It's definitely very exciting. It's been a dream of mine personally for many, many years, and I'm sure Max was dreaming about doing Broadway as well. So the fact that we opening up with Burn the Floor, the production that's been traveling around the world for over 10 years, is an honor for us.
One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And
how many hours do you train?
Currently for the show, how many hours do we do it?
10 probably a day. 10
Yeah.
hours a day, but it's just because the show's coming up on Saturday, so we don't have that much time to get ready. And whenever we have time off, we take time off. We maybe do 2 hours a day at most and have the rest of the day free.
When you're on Dancing with the Stars, does it suck when you get a really bad
You never know the partner you're gonna get, and unfortunately, dancers are the very last people to find out who the celebrity they've been paired up with. So when you see our emotion and expression in the very first videotape meeting, it's usually very real.
Yes, it really sucks when you get somebody you know you're not gonna go anywhere with. So you just try to do the best you can, hoping that the sympathy vote will get you through.
Does Bruno ever irritate you?
Yes.
Bruno's funny. He's the funny character judge on the show. You try not to take anything that the judges say seriously, because if you do, you get very emotionally upset. And then you stop talking to them. Not that they're talking to you, but then in your mind, you don't talk to them. So you take them for what they are, the Three Stooges.
We have a set, we have the orchestra, and we have the judges, we have the scoring paddles. They're like part of the set. We don't try to notice them, you know. We just have 15, 20 seconds of our episode where we have to come up on our mark, stand looking this way, and listen to blah, 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 Bruno, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, we don't really know what they're saying.
It stops being cute when a person who is not the most natural dancer comes in and he's like, I'm the next John Travolta. I know how to dance. And then it's like a little Robocop comes out instead. Then it's not as funny.
Yeah, no, I'm a people watcher, you know, so I get to a club, a restaurant, whatever, and I observe the scene and I do make fun, but outside I'm trying to be supportive. I think I fail sometimes. It's just funny because people
He's
do
not
some
supportive
funny
at all,
stuff.
And usually he laughs into like
No, I
situations
don't.
at people as they watching you, so it's very uncomfortable. And usually at that moment I do one of those.
Do you ever think that the costumes are a little too glittery?
Well, I think ballroom dancing has that show, like Vegas type show aspect to it. It's sport, it's art, but it's also a show business, and glittering, rhinestones, beads, all of that is part of our world. So when we do something that doesn't have beads, people are like, oh, it's a little quiet, isn't it? The dress doesn't stand out as much. So people almost want and expect to see the glitter and the rhinestones, so you have to give a little bit of that.
Yeah, and then the costumes got a lot better since the introduction of HD cameras on set, because things are much clearer, and so I've noticed that our costume department put a lot more effort into really perfecting what they're doing.
So you must have really benefited from being a straight guy growing up and being a ballroom dancer.
I don't think in our world it wasn't really about gay or straight, like until I came to America where ballroom dancing wasn't really accepted. Europe is very well known in, as far as dance community is concerned. There was no notion of if you're a dancer you must be gay or whatever. It wasn't looked at as feminine at all. So not until I came to America did I realize that it's not really accepted. So I wasn't really standing out in a crowd of gay guys.
I'm the only child, so I don't have any siblings. And growing up in Russia, doing ballroom dancing was one of the only possibilities where you can actually travel outside of Soviet Union and see the rest of the world. So plus, I'm always been very, very, very energetic, and my parents wanted me to get rid of some of that energy during the day, so dancing was perfect for me in that sense. But when I came to America, I actually didn't dance for the first couple of years because it was extremely expensive, and we could not afford it. So I developed new dreams, and my new dream, I watched movies, and it was all about crime and criminal attorneys and saving the world. And so I think the whole dream of becoming a criminal attorney came about. But then dancing took over, and dancing has always been my passion in terms of like emotional release and expression. But I wanted to be, the powerful lawyer walking into the courtroom, and I don't know.
Karina and I are probably a very rare example of somebody who's worked really hard and have something to show for it in an outside world. So that's why we're saying we're extremely happy, proud, and grateful to our parents for pushing us to where we are. But it doesn't mean that it's a everyday kind of thing.